guys, welcome back. So I have gotten a lot of requests to do some kind of a Makeup Geek haul slash review type video. So I've got that for you today, at least part 1 of 2. So I recently placed an order and I got a lot of eyeshadows, and then I also got some blushes, a few pigments, and a liner. So today's video will be all on the eyeshadows, and then I'll have the next video that will be on blushes and pigments and liners. So today I'm going to be showing you the swatches of the eyeshadows that I got, just kind of talking about the colors and the shades, and just my overall thoughts and opinions on the formula and Makeup Geek makeup. So let's jump into it. Okay, so here are all the shades that I got. So this first row is going to be kind of like lighter colors, lid type colors. These are my blending shades that I got. This row right here, these are kind of like more metallic, interesting type lid colors, and then this row I have it as kind of my darker, deepening up the outer corner type shades. So we're gonna start over here. Okay, the first one is Vanilla Bean, and they describe it as a light shimmer with peachy beige undertone. This one looks more kind of matte satin to me. It's just a great light creamy shade. I have it on my brow bone today. I think it's just a great one for the lid, for the brow bone. Kind of like a Max Blanc type, but just slightly more creamy, not quite as white. But it's just a great basic light creamy color, so I love this one. Next is Shimma Shimma, and I love this one. They describe it as a metallic champagne, and I am wearing that on kind of the inner half of my lid today. It's beautiful. It's just very metallic, has a gorgeous sheen to it. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe Max Naked Lunch. I don't know if I own Naked Lunch, but kind of that like light champagne, slightly peachy pink, kind of a metallic finish. Beautiful for the lid. I love this one. This is Creme Brûlée. They describe it as a medium sand color with a soft matte finish, and it is perfect. It is just a beautiful shade for the crease and your transition area. I am wearing that today in my crease, and it's just beautiful. It's got that kind of terracotta kind of color. It blends like a dream. It's such an easy matte to work with. It's great. This is Barcelona Beach, and they describe it as a medium sand shade with a matte finish. And this is a great one to have as kind of another option for your crease. I am actually wearing this in my crease with Creme Brûlée today, so you can kind of see they do work well together. So you can either go with a cool kind of a crease look, because this is kind of a cementy, taupey, matte brown, very cool toned. So you can either go with that cool tone kind of a crease color, or you can go with a more warm toned with having Creme Brûlée, or you can even mix them together. So it's just a great versatile shade, and it performs really well. Next is Frappe or Frappe. They describe it as a medium maple brown matte, and it's just that. It's kind of that terracotta kind of color. It's just a great matte, blends like a dream. You can see it's a slightly darker version of Creme Brûlée, so you could either wear them together or you can wear them separately. I have put this in my crease and it works really well as a transition color, or even to deepen up your outer corner as well. It just performs really, really well. Now we're getting into some of those metallic, fun kind of lid shades. This one is Cinderella. They describe it as a pale, shimmery pink. And it is, but it does have quite a bit of, I don't know, like almost mauvey brown tones in it. I think the description, when I think of a pale shimmery pink, I think a really, really light pink. And this one I think is much more interesting than just a pale light pink. I think it has slightly more mauvey tones in it and just makes a really beautiful lid shade. And again, it's just crazy pigmented and it's really easy to use. This is Cosmopolitan, and they describe it as a rose gold with gold flecks and a shimmery finish. This one was like butter. I put my finger in it and went to swatch it, and it was just a perfect formula. Kind of like, it reminds me of MAC's Expensive Pink, but it's a little bit more, I don't know, warm and fiery. You know, it's not quite as golden, so I see a little bit more kind of orangey tones in it, a little bit more copper, but it is just gorgeous and perfect for a lid shade, or even just one of those one shadow looks. You could absolutely do that with a color like this. This one is Moondust, and they describe it as a metallic silver taupe, and it reminds me a lot of Urban Decay's Mushroom, that kind of just really metallic-y sort of silvery taupe, just like they describe it. And it's one of those great shadows, again, for a one shadow look. So it's just easy to use and easy to do a complete eye look really, really quickly. So that one is so cool. This one is Country Girl, and it's described as a shimmery pink brown, and that's a perfect description. This is one that I really had my eye on for a long time, and I knew that this is one that I wanted to get when I placed my order because it's such a cool, unique shade. It like reminds me of almost like, I don't know, New Mexico rocks or the sands where it's just really warm and that very kind of red brown. Oh my goodness, it's so cool. It almost looks, I would say, less shimmery and more kind of satiny, but I just love this shade and it would pair so nicely with some of these other colors. Gorgeous. This one is Cocoa Bear, and they describe it as a matte reddish brown, and it's just less red than Country Girl. You can see Country Girl has more red in it, and this one has more brown tones. But I love this one. I have it in my outer corner today. It just, you can see it. It just warms up that outer crease, and it's just perfect. It blends amazingly, and I feel like it's a very unique kind of a brown shade because it's chocolatey, but it has those kind of more reddish warm tones in it, which makes it really unique and different. I love that one. It's definitely one of my favorites. This one is Mocha, and it's described as a deep matte brown, and that's a perfect description. It's just a really nice dark chocolatey brown. And I got this one for the sole purpose of deepening up my outer corner, and I am wearing it today. I put on a bunch of different colors today just so I could kind of play with them more, and it performs really well. When I swatch it, it does seem to be a slightly drier matte formula, just a little, I don't know how to describe it, but kind of a little bit more gritty than like Cocoa Bear and Creme Brûlée and some of those were. It still performs really nicely, but it seems to be a slightly different texture. Not that that really matters. If it still works, then what does it matter? And it's a really, really pretty dark brown, so I do really like that one too. And I think it's a great basic color to have in your collection because I love a dark matte brown because it works with almost any eye look. I mean, I really can't think of an eye look it wouldn't work with because it just really helps to give your eyes dimension and more shape and kind of finishing out an eye look, so I really like that one. And finally we have Corrupt, which is described as an intense matte black with a very subtle sparkle. And it is an intense matte black. It's amazing. It's just so pigmented and it's really easy to work with. That's something I want to note about it. It does have more of a kind of gritty texture like Mocha does, but I like that in a matte black shadow because when they're super soft, they can overtake your entire eye look. Whereas this one, I used it in my outer corner today to just kind of give more dimension and more depth to my eye look, but it didn't overtake the other colors because it's not super soft. So I love this matte black. I think it is perfect. So there are all the swatches of all the colors that I got together. You can just see it just makes a perfect neutral palette. And as far as the formula on these shadows goes, it's absolutely perfect. I cannot think of one negative to say about them. I mean, the mattes blend like a dream. They're perfect for transitioning, for deepening up your outer corner. Even as an all matte look, they would totally work. The shimmers are so pigmented and they build really nicely and they work well on your lids. They're just perfect. The hype is real. They really are just as amazing as everybody says that they are. So I can't wait to already expand my collection and get more colors because they are so good. Alright guys, so that wraps up part 1 of my Makeup Geek haul and review. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did and be watching for part 2. That will be coming soon. Whenever it's available, I will link it down below for you. If you have any questions about any of these shadows, just let me know. I'm always happy to answer those. Let me know your favorite shades so that I can add those to my list to be getting at some point because I'm loving these and I want to expand my collection. So I want to know what your favorites are. Let me know that down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video.